Shaft length in golf has been a hot topic recently, but if we're going for longer drivers, why don't we go longer irons or even longer wedges? Let's do it.
Let's do it now.
So that's the same length as my 6 iron.
That'd be 6 foot, there's no 6 foot.
Hi everyone, James Robinson here. Guys, first things first, welcome back to another episode of Short Game Saturdays. And welcome back, Chris. Chris, how are you?
Very good, very good.
Very good. Are you sure?
Oh, I'm living the dream.
Living the dream. Chris, what is that you've got in your hand and who does it belong to?
Pitching wedge. It is a ping glide, but as you will see, it doesn't belong to me. And if we compare it to James's, we know James is small.
Standard club length, I'll have you know.
But you'll see 2 pitching wedges, 2.5 inches longer.
Just put those together again. So if we equate that into, because that doesn't, well, it does look like a lot, but for some people that might not look a lot. Now, if we equate that to
your set,
to my set, so if we go, where's my 6 iron?
Yeah.
So that's the same length as my 6 iron, and it's Jigger Thompson, by the way. We'll give him a little shout out. There you go, pal Belfry, get the sponsor in there and that. He'll be happy with that. So obviously, the benefits of this. Now Jigger's 6'9".
Yeah, we'll put a picture on of me and him. I'm 6'4".
You're 6'4".
6'1". We know James is 5'4".
Yeah. But the benefits of this, you're going to get more club head speed. Generally, for the average person, obviously Jigger needs them because of his height and things like that. But you're going to get more club head speed, potentially more ball speed, more distance. The big debate at the moment with Bryson, Phil, a few others, longer driver shafts, more ball speed, more distance. Now, if we're going to do that with the driver, why not do it with the irons? Why not do it with the wedges? This is what we're going to test in this video. So we're going to put that extra long 6 iron shafted pitching wedge against my pitching wedge and just see what the difference is.
Let's do it.
And let's do it now.
Always here, always.
Right, Chris, so I've got my standard pitching wedge in my hands here. We've got the TrackMan behind us so we can see exactly what's going to go off. Now, a pitching wedge for me, normally with no wind, about 130 yards. I think that's probably about right. We're using premium golf balls. So really, I'm thinking 130, and then I remember from our PGA days, there was an equation where shaft length equated to 20% of the ball's distance and loft the other 80%. So whether or not that's still true, whether or not we've got more scientific since then, I don't know. But so we would expect maybe the ping wedge or the longer wedge to go 140, 145?
Yeah,
potentially. Might go left because of the lie angle, but you're going to talk us through that afterwards.
Yeah.
So first of all, I went on a run this morning, so I might be a bit...
If anyone didn't know, James has been on a run, probably on Instagram.
No, it's not.
It's not on because he was 29 minutes, also known as might as well walk.
A little bit bottom here, but happy with that as a start off.
40,
So yeah, it was a little bit at the bottom, but I would expect that, quite happy with that. We'll go again for the sake of consistency. That was better. Really enjoyed that. Oh, wonderful. What have we got there, Chris?
Well, that's...
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
Hamstring.
Right, last one. Let's try and get a nice average for you with my pitching wedge.
Another good strike.
Quite happy with those. So 3 shots there with my standard length pitching wedge. This is a 45-degree pitching wedge, Chris.
Okay,
so
a
little bit stronger. We've got 1 degree. Whether or not that'll make a huge difference, who knows? That's for a different video. But average, we've got around 121, 122, I think. We've got a 116 and 2 125s.
Correct, yeah.
So not too bad after the old run, Chris. Now, what would you expect to see? Because dispersion was very good, wasn't it? Yeah. That was pretty good. What would you expect to see with the longer shaft length?
So I'd probably like to see, club head speed there, the last 2 that you struck well was around about 79, well, 78.9 to be precise.
79.
We'll round it up for you. So 79, so we're looking at seeing potentially if this 3-inch longer pretty much is going to give you a couple more miles an hour. We should see a longer shaft might give it you, but again, is it heavier? Is that going to affect? This is a 105 shaft. What is yours?
These are AMT, so Advanced Mass Technology, so probably a bit lighter to allow for a higher launch.
So a little bit lighter potentially, so this you might not see much difference in your speed, but we'll see that now.
Right guys, now we move into the 6 iron shafted pitching wedge, and this is something which Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it just feels really weird, Chris. It feels really weird. It feels really upright. It's probably gonna go left. Do I adjust my posture or do I just hit it?
So again, feel where you're comfortable. And
That camera's not feeling safe though.
we shall hit away.
Tell you what, how good's that? Struck it really well.
Straight away, 79 miles an hour we were saying before, that's gone up to 82.5.
So what's that equated distance we've got?
So distance wise, it's actually gone a little bit shorter because we did see that it launched a little bit
Launch higher, more spin potentially as well, so that's something you have to...
more spin by around about 1,000 revs.
So I'm going to try and keep this next one down, and this is something which I want to really kind of get in there. This isn't something we're recommending.
No.
This is a test for the sake of should you or shouldn't you.
And you see now, although it's longer, it got more speed. It's gone shorter.
It must have spun more as well, which is going to...
Trying to now fight it to try and hit it further, which is what we don't want.
I can't hit a ball better than that. Definitely right to left movement on it. I'm almost having to deliver it differently to keep it.
So trying to hold it off again, which is not what ideally we want because you're manipulating. But again, that didn't get the club head speed, but spin was up again by around about 1,000 revs, and he's gone 2 yards shorter.
2 yards shorter. Right. So it's not going to be the 170 club like my 6-iron then.
So again, left, 82
Yeah,
and a half.
huge right to left movement on that one, and we've...
That 3.5 miles an hour. It's out of the zone again.
So this is a really interesting test because, to be honest, I can't strike shots any better than that.
They must have been from mine earlier.
No, I don't think they were. So what have we got? We've got...
So we've got more speed, more spin, and really the same distance, and you've struck those as good as you can. So even with a bit of right to left, which sometimes you'd see get you a little bit more distance, we haven't gained anything. So having 2.5 extra inches of of length in the shaft, we've not really gained any distance, and it didn't feel as good. Okay, the strike was okay, but it's not gained you anything, and it wouldn't gain you anything on the golf course.
So Chris, interesting results there. Not quite the exceptional distance gain that I was hoping for.
No.
The longer wedge, actually the dispersion was better. Maybe I was concentrated a bit more on the swing, trying to deliver the club a bit better. We did mention that as well.
Yeah.
There was definitely more of a right to left ball flight on there. That's down to the lie angle.
Yeah.
So if the guys at home would like to hear us talk more about lie angle and why that happens, get in those comments below and let us know. But really, just a total waste of time.
Pretty much. What a day. But yeah, so I mean, getting longer clubs, making sure. I mean, some will be fitted for longer clubs. Like Jig is 6'9", so for him these look normal.
Yeah.
And they're the right length for him. But if you're somebody who might be a little bit shorter, might be 6 foot, there's no 6 foot, 5'8", then you might not just add length to your clubs to try and get some.
And it's a really interesting one because I'm happy we've done this, but club head speed was up. We got 3 mile an hour club head speed, which should equate to more distance, but then spin rate was way up and distance was actually down. So, but consistency was up. So a bit mind blown there, but
Yeah, so consistency was up. Try again. Consistency was up. So yeah, definitely there was a closer grouping. There was more movement on there.
I think over a long time on a golf course that might be different.
Yeah, so it's going to be harder to trust if it's going to have that much movement, more spin. It's launching higher. If it's windy conditions, it's not necessarily going to help. You might have more speed, but it's making a lot more things harder for you to control.
So in conclusion, does putting longer shafts in your golf clubs guarantee you more distance? No.
Correct, what he said.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please make sure you do smash that subscribe button below. Leave us a like if you did enjoy it. Make sure you check out Chris Dennis Golf for all your short game requirements. I've been James Robinson. Bye.